You
Alright
see
guys,
people
here's part
along the
2.
way waving at us. Wave back, smile, look like you're having fun even if you're not. Because you go home with these folks and their family photos.
Once again, welcome on board the 1880 train. As the train pulls out of station, look around at the granite peaks and thick ponderosa pine forests surrounding you. An army expedition led by George Custer turned up gold a few miles south of here in 1874. Within months, there were thousands of miners, mule skippers, dams, gunslingers, and gamblers swarming across the landscape, eager to get their hands on some of the shiny yellow metal. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy your ride aboard the 1880 train. With us, you do not need to worry about anything else. Let us do the driving. This is the best attraction to spend time with family and friends while enjoying the Black Hills, just like the early pioneers, miners, and settlers did when they discovered the West. City and enter the Black Hills National Forest. Note the markers lining the tracks along our journey. The black and white markers are milepost signs. Details about the sites located at specific markings are listed in the All Aboard the 1880 Train Guidebook. The 1880 train goes north, then turns east on Tin Mill Hill, so named because a huge tin processing facility was erected here by the Harney Peak Company. The grade of the track deviates from 4 to 6%, making this one of the steepest railroads in the United States. This puts considerable strain on the locomotive, and the engineer usually takes this opportunity to blow sand through the locomotive's boiler flues to cleanse the soot from them.
Yeah, it is.
The Black Hills covers more than 2 million acres, an area roughly the size of Delaware. Half of that is the Black Hills National Forest. The entire mountain range spans about 120 miles from the southern tip to the north and about 60 miles east to west. Hill City is almost at the exact center. Founded as a mining camp in 1875, Hill City was one of the first settlements in the Black Hills. It grew in the 1880s as the headquarters for a massive tin mining and manufacturing company, and later as a junction point for the railroad to Deadwood. During and after World War II, lithium was mined south of town and was used in nuclear power plants across the country. The lumber industry still thrives here, and thanks to the completion of Mount Rushmore in 1941, so does tourism. Mount Rushmore, which lies only 9 miles southeast, attracts millions of visitors annually, and many of them pass through Hill City. In fact, many of the town's residents are employed in a tourism-related business. Nowhere is this more apparent than on Main Street, where you'll find a number of restaurants, hotels, small retailers, and a thriving art gallery district. If you haven't already walked this charming small-town shopping area, be sure to visit when you return. Excess of 60 mining claims, either along the route or in the Keystone area. Some were placer and some were hard rock. The Black Hills was an ancient inland seabed that had 1,000 or more feet of sedimentary rock. For millions of years, the sedimentary rock eroded away, leaving the hardy granite of the Black Hills. once served as the town's grocery store and saloon.
Souvenir guidebook. He's waving to us all the time. He used to have a sign that said, you know, enjoy your ride, 1880 passengers.
Oh, nice.
Now coming up on your left, he'll be talking, but you'll see a house in the meadow there.
To the left, you can see the grade of the railroad spur that led to the Addy Mine. The Addy Mine main shaft dove 800 feet below the Earth's surface. Very little tin was actually found in this mine. Addy Camp was located at the mouth of the Palmer Gulch, which you are now entering. A number of small placer mining operations existed here in 1875, and the ruins of some larger industrial mines dating to the 1930s are found on the Northwest Ridge, which is off to your left. Mining production records show that in 75 years between 1876 and 1951, $666 million worth of valuables were taken out of the Black Hills. The most value was in gold, bentonite, pegmatite minerals, and silver.
That cabin there, that was a miner's cabin. It was occupied to the mid-1950s. Never had running water or electricity. The hole in the wall to the right, that wasn't the mine, that was the root cellar to keep the food fresh. And the lady who lived there actually worked on the train when it first started operating. And the mine he spoke about, if you follow the driveway past that house and up into the hill, is where that mine was. That gate weighs 2,000 pounds. My son said. And we have the Good Luck Tungsten Mine coming up next.
On your left is a large weathered building known as the Good Luck Tungsten Mine, which flourished during both World Wars. Tungsten was used to harden steel. It is a super alloy that is now used in light bulb filaments.
And razor blades.
Any snacks or beverages back here for you folks?
And just across the street, after we go past the mine, is a white house. And that is a Sears Roebuck house.
Anything else?
In the 1919 state delivered on the
Anything else? Any M&M's trail mix and then Snickers.
The view to your right is dominated by Black Elk Peak, formerly named Pretty Mountain, a large mountain with a stone fire pit.
And then
At
did you want chocolate or peanut?
7,244 feet, Black Elk Peak is the highest point in the Black Hills and the tallest mountain in the U.S.
Can I get you folks anything else?
Although the Black Hills are only 130 miles away from the eastern slopes of the Rocky Mountains, they are completely separate formations. The 2 billion-year-old rocks you see around you are much older than the 20 million-year-old slopes of the Rocky Mountains.
That fire lookout is the third one that was built up there.
passing trains roll by like I did, did you wonder where the people were traveling to on those passenger trains? I'm sure that you counted the cars on one freight train as it rolled by, and wondered what was being hauled in the various cars. The railroads are a shared experience for us as Americans. Here in the Black Hills region, the railroads were the major catalyst for settlement, business, growth, and tourism over the past 125 years. The railroads brought my great-great-grandfather and his family to homestead east of here along Lower Battle Creek near Hermosa over a century ago. Many of our families share a similar story of homesteading in the West and riding on the rails. The trains hauled us to our new homes, many tons of gold ore to the mill, goods from the catalog houses of the East, thousands of head of cattle to market, and even the dynamite over these very rails to Keystone to help carve Mount Rushmore. If you would like to learn more about the history of the railroads in the Black Hills, please ask your train host or hostess about the 1880 train guidebook, your complete reference to your trip on the 1880 train. After your ride on the train, visit the gift shops at either the Hill City or Keystone depots for more history books and gifts related to our common American experience, the railroad. The romance of the rails and its sense of adventure and nostalgia still attracts folks like yourself to the Black Hills. These days it is to explore the Black Hills on this grand old train, the famous 1880 train.
stock from numerous railroads around the country has been assembled at the 1880 train. An interesting combination of locomotives, passenger, freight, and maintenance cars have called Hill City home since the 1950s. We have a fleet of steam locomotives. The first is engine number 7, a 262 with tender built by Baldwin Locomotive Works for the Ozan Brysonia Lumber Company. The 7 came from northern Arkansas in 1962. Next is engine number 104. It is a 262T tank engine that was built by Baldwin Locomotive Works in 1926 for the Silver Falls Timber Company in Oregon and the Peninsula Terminal Railroads in Portland, Oregon. The Black Hills Central Railroad acquired 104 and its twin 103 in 1965. Number 110 is a 266-2T articulated mallet built by the Baldwin Locomotive Works in 1928 for the Weyerhaeuser Timber Company of Vail, Washington. The number 110 was sold to the Black Hills Central Railroad in 1999. Restoration of the engine by the mechanical crew of the DHC was completed in the spring of 2001. Number 108 was purchased by Black Hills Central Railroad in 2016 from the Northwest Railway Museum. This engine is a Baldwin 2662T, sister engine to the number 110. The diesel locomotive number 63, a 1956 GP9, is in use for our early departures and when the number 110 undergoes scheduled maintenance. If you are interested in more details and photos of our equipment, ask an attendant about our All Aboard the 1880 Train guidebook.
after Don finishes his next talk, our engineer is going to do what they call a blowdown. Blowdown is when the engineer blows out the boiler. You'll hear a loud noise and you'll see a lot of steam coming from the engine. There's nothing wrong with the engine. Normal operating procedure. We do this once each way, and this is where we do it with the engine number 108.
Caused by over 1 million metric tons of water falling from the Black Hills within a matter of hours, the 1972 flood washed away hundreds of homes and businesses built along area creeks, making it one of the most expensive and deadly floods in American history. The waters washed away the tracks from this point on into Keystone proper. Off to your right, in the shadow of 5,500-foot-high Old Bald Mountain, is the community of Lafferty Gulch. It was once a company town for the workers in the big Feldspar War. It is now a group of summer homes. utilize ramps that are in the down position. Walk straight off onto the platform with metal lips on the side of the ramp. Do not exit to your left or cross a chain that has been put up by a train staff member. If you are staying on the train, please remain out of the aisle. Restrooms are available inside the depot and public restrooms are located across the street. Thank you for traveling the Black Hills Central Railroad. If you are returning to Hill City, keep in mind we will be departing again in about 15 minutes. To switch the direction of your seat for the return trip, simply push the handle located at the top of the seat back. If Keystone is your final destination, we hope you've enjoyed your ride, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Again, please remain seated till we give you the all clear. It's safe to get up and exit the train. When you do exit the train, only exit off the right-hand side where that metal ramp has been dropped down to the platform. Walk all the way off before you turn left to go into the depot. Also, when you're on that platform, please stay off that yellow area. It's quite a drop from there down to the track, so we don't want anybody getting hurt. We'll be here approximately 15 minutes. Not enough time to go into town if you're doing the immediate return, but you do have time to go in, use the restrooms in the depot, and then come back and get on the train. When you do get up to get off, if you can flip your seats facing back towards Hill City, we'll be facing the correct direction for the return trip. We do not turn our cars around. We disconnect the engine, take it up, get water, and then reconnect it to the other end of the train for our return trip. Please don't leave anything unattended on the train. We will not be responsible for it. Okay, it's now safe
Alright
to get up
guys, stay tuned
and
for the next
exit the
train
train.
videos, so stay tuned.